Let it snow. You're taking a live look at Boone and Hickory as the winter storm covers our area right now. So it is just raining in Charlotte at this point, but that could change later today. So take a look at how much snow we're expecting across the area. Anywhere from a dusting of snow to 6 inches, depending on where you live. Right.
We do want to point out that there's over a dozen school closings in our area right now. But keep in mind, we're in the pandemic, so some districts are going to go to remote learning. Some are closing entirely, depending on sort of where you are. So we have a full list running there at the bottom of your screen. Also, we have a handy list over on WCNC.com. Without further ado, though, let's check in with Larry Sprinkle. He's the man with the answers. And Larry, as is so often the case in our area, where you live depends on what you're going to see.
You're right about that, Ben. It's totally true. And as it's so typical of the Charlotte area, folks who want to see a lot of snow here, you got to go north, and especially as you head up to the North Carolina mountains. This right here, this uptown Charlotte, looking okay. A little bit of light rain being reported there as we take a look at Beach Mountain Parkway. Heavy snow falling once you get to that elevation, talking about almost a mile up there. They're going to get some very heavy snow, maybe up to 5 to 7 inches there. Temperatures across the area, 29 at Boone, 33 at Hickory, 38 here in the Queen City. It's 38 as well at Wadesboro. We're going to probably stay in the mid to upper 30s throughout the day today. Check it out. Hour by hour we go. The rain continues at 10 a.m. We got a changeover to some rain snow mix as we head towards the afternoon. It actually may end as a little bit of snow towards the evening by, say, 11 o'clock tonight. 37 degrees, mid-30s at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. Probably about 30, 31 degrees for a low overnight tonight. First one, Doppler radar. Light rainfall across our area. A little bit heavier rain as you get over towards Sanford and the eastern part of the zones there. We'll take a view of the uptown area all the way into the mountain communities. A lot of snow falling. Boone, Blowing Rock, Banner Elk up there in the high country. That's where the snow is. And that's where Chris Mulcahy is. He's been there in downtown Blowing Rock all morning. Continues to snow. Have you measured the totals you've had so far up there, Chris?
As of right now, Larry, we're anywhere in between about that 2 to 2.5 inches, and it continues to accumulate as you're seeing here in my jacket. But looking at our temperatures right now, 29 degrees. I think the best thing about this event, it's not really a wind event. So we're not really seeing a lot of blowing snow that, of course, makes things more hazardous. And you can hear maybe the plow behind me. And plows have been very active so far this morning. So as you can continue over the next few hours, temperatures really going to flatline around this range to about 27 to 29 degrees, keeping still a good snow profile that will have at least a light to moderate snowfall during this time. But I think most of the snow from the mountains is really going to be falling over the next several hours. But then coming up, as far as our model snow totals are showing, these keep on getting lower and lower. At one point, the NAM, the one that you're seeing on the far right side of your screen, was showing 8 inches. So these are on the way down, showing about that 2 to 4 inch range, which is going to verify. And then lastly, we are looking at the biggest hazard that is going to be actually a 1-2 punch for 2 to 4 inches is going to continue to fall here. Already slick road conditions around Blowing Rock, but then the round 2 is going to be the refreeze. Anything that's on the ground, any rain that we see maybe a little bit further east, of course, going to cause more hazards there. But right now, it's beautiful here in Blowing Rock. A true winter wonderland as that snow slowly comes down. But just keep in mind, drive safe because the roads certainly are slick. Now let's head over to traffic with Ruby Durham.
Good morning. 6:04 is the time right now. And if we're taking a live look at the roads, traffic overall is fairly light outside. What you will deal with are wet roads. But honestly, the main story of the morning is head out the door soon if you can, especially if you have to go to work or wherever else you have to go this morning. As of right now, no major slowdowns around the area, but we are seeing a little bit of a delay. I-77 South at Moorhead Street, that's exit 10 on the ramp there. So the one thing that you want to keep in mind as you head out the door if that's the route that you're taking. As far as drive times into Charlotte, looks like the heaviest traffic coming out of Concord, 32 minutes right now if you're hopping on I-85 northbound into Charlotte. Ben, I'll send it to you.
And it's now, and Richard, you're sort of like in the midpoint between us in the city and the folks up in the mountains. Where are you? What are you seeing?
Yeah, we're in Hickory, and I know there's not a lot going on down there. There's more going up in the mountains, and here we're getting kind of a mixture of both. About 30, 40 minutes ago, we were getting mostly like a freezing rain, if you will. Now we're getting more of those flurries, and you can see some of it is actually beginning to take hold and stick. Chris, I've got pretty good snowball weather, too. You guys don't know, but whenever I do this, sorry, Deanna, I've got to do that to our photographer each and every time. Take a look at some of the video we shot earlier. This is as we entered Newton, actually, in Catawba County. We're driving conditions just had some snow flurries, so it was a chance for us to know that we needed to slow down. A good warning to you today for your drive. Of course, there were accumulations at the higher elevations. We did actually catch up with the guy who had come down from Morganton. We asked him about the road conditions, and here's what he had to say.
Everything's covered. There's about one lane from exit 103 to Akron. There's probably an inch and a half of snow on the ground in Morganton.
Anything you want to advise drivers when they're out on the roads like this?
Just be safe and pay attention.
Absolutely great advice. So far, so good as far as the roads are concerned, as far as accidents and things like that, or any weather-related emergencies. We'll keep monitoring that situation. One thing we are concerned about is as the snow hits the ground and it melts later today and those temperatures drop back down again, we're going to have some very icy conditions tomorrow morning and probably later to this evening. So even as you get up this morning, take your time when you drive, pay close attention, and give yourself lots of time to get to your destination. That's the story here in Catawba County. This is Richard Vane. We'll send it back to you.
Richard, thanks so much. All right, look at Statesville in Iredell County. You can see there's some snow falling there. At least it was a little bit earlier. Our meteorologist predicting we actually could see 2 to 4 inches of snow there by the end of the day. So we're going to check in with our crew who is there for an update later on in the show. Ben?
It's really important to keep in mind, folks, for some people the snow is not just pretty, but it can be dangerous. For folks who need a warm place to stay in this winter storm, listen up. Roof Above and the Salvation Army are expanding capacity at their shelters in Charlotte, both now using hotel rooms in Charlotte to keep people socially distanced, too. Roof Above also opening its day services center early at 7:30 this morning, so in just about 90 minutes, anybody experiencing homelessness, you can call 211 for assistance.
Important information there. Good morning, everybody. As always, you guys help us tell the story whenever there's inclement weather like snow. So we want to see the pictures and videos of what you're experiencing wherever you live. So continue to tag us in the posts on social media or text them in. A lot of you guys tagged our chief meteorologist, Brad Panovich, in videos of the snow like this one out of Alexander County. The first one from a Twitter user, HV Ward, saying that there are cotton balls falling from the sky in Alexander County. Nicholas said that it is snowing in Mooresville. Michelle, she also sent in this video saying that it's in Lenore, where she lives, over her pool and kind of building up on the fence there, some snow. Scotty also seeing huge snowflakes in Morganton. That was overnight. And Braden caught this on video in Connolly Springs around 11:30 last night. We'll take you to Caldwell County. They're also seeing snow. Hayden said it started to accumulate on his porch around 2 o'clock this morning. Continue to send in the videos of what you're seeing. 704-329-3600. That's the number that you can text them to. And let us know where you live and what your name is. Back to you guys.